welcome to the channel. I am Joanna. Little FYI, my hair is a mess. Little FYI, I fell extremely behind on these doodles because the play. I had very little time because I was working on theater stuff, so I apologize, but without further ado, enjoy these 642 tiny things to draw.
First up, we have a sunflower seed. I decided to do it half open, half closed because I thought that would be more interesting, and then you get to see like two sides of it. Using a lot of micron here for the outlines and filling in the black on the outside of the shell. I am using a dull yellow colored pencil as the base color and then a couple shades of brown for shading. Then I colored in the background green and added some little flower doodles. Next up, we have a match head, and I sketched it out with colored pencil this time instead of graphite. I also colored it in with a colored pencil. This is all Artist Loft colored pencils, and I filled in the background with black micron and added some stippling shading dots and texture lines also with micron, and then I called it done. Moving on, we have the blink of an eye. I went with purple eyeshadow because I like purple, and then I colored in the skin and added some little freckly dots, and then the eyeliner and the eyelashes are done in micron. This is the core of a crab apple, which is oddly specific. I'm outlining in Pilot pens this time to get some colored outline instead of just black outline, and coloring in with Artist Loft colored pencils using a mix of yellow, green, and red. And here's where we're at after coloring, but that wasn't good enough, so I added a really weird bubbly dot-like background. This is a mouse on a motorcycle, however, for the life of me, I could not draw a motorcycle, so now it's just a biker mouse with a little mouse skull belt buckle. Look at it, so cute. And he gets a little heart tattoo on his shoulder because that's cliche. I forgot to record me coloring him, but here he is, a little brown mouse with a gray belly. And dark sunglasses, of course, because also cliche. Also, look at his little whiskers, they're so cute. Now drawn on some detail lines with a thin micron, and going on to the background, I drew some more mouse skull and crossbones, and then just kind of scribbled in the empty space. This is a microcosm, and I've looked it up multiple times, and I still don't understand. It's something to do with like a small town that encompasses the whole culture of the area, question mark. Essentially, I got like a capsule idea from it. So that's what I drew, a small town in a capsule, and here you can see me coloring in the sunset clouds. And then for the background, I went with like a map print, because towns. Here I am drawing on some map details like trees and mountains. And we're done. I colored in the whole background with the light brown to give it that old pirate map look. Here I have spots on a banana that I accidentally drew on the wrong box, but it's fine. I looked up close-up images of spots on a banana, and I noticed that they all have like really dark brown dots in the center, and then they just kind of like bruise outward, so that's what I started with, the really dark brown centers, and then I went to like a lighter brown, generic, splotchy shape, and then I went to an even lighter brown, and then so on and so forth, yeah. Just keep outlining your spots with a slightly bigger, wonky shape in a lighter color. Let the colors bleed out. And finally, we're on yellow, doing the last splotch of dark yellow and then filling in the rest of the space with a lighter yellow. And then I noticed that the bruises weren't dark enough, so I just covered over them with graphite and then blended out with my finger. And then that wasn't good enough, so time to make it all scribbly and textury with micron. Can you tell I like texture? And here we have a sip of lemonade, which I accidentally put in the banana spot, but it's fine. Outlining in Pilot pens again, because color. I'm gonna keep this one very bright, using all yellows and greens. Oh, look at that, a yellow colored pencil, who would have thought? I really like this doodle, I think it came out super cute. It gives me like happy summer afternoon vibes, I love it. This is the tip of an iceberg, and I decided to do something different than my usual doodle, so instead of colored pencils, I am using graphite, all shading with graphite with just a little bit of blue colored pencil as an accent color. And here we have a little later. That was a terrible impression of the SpongeBob time carbs, but that is what I am modeling this doodle after. I figured this doodle would either be a clock or a SpongeBob reference, so of course I had to go with the SpongeBob reference. I did my best to mimic the SpongeBob font, and then I added those SpongeBob cloud flowers. This is baby steps, but I don't like baby, so I'm doing kitty paws instead. Looking at the sketch right now while editing, I just now realized how much bigger the left paw is than the right paw. Too late to change it now. Anyway, here I am adding some fur texture for the background. And that'll end this week's Tiny Things to Draw update. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, please remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you in the next video. Bye!